How to propagate Vincas for next year and save money. I am in love with the Vinca flowers. So cheerful, low maintenance, and although they are known as annuals in most of the country, you can bring them indoors and extend their life. And also you can propagate them from cuttings for your garden next year and save money. Can Vincas actually be grown from cuttings? Yes. Instead of spending tons of money every year, we can take a few cuttings and grow our own. This is the step-by-step Vinca propagation. Choose healthy parent plants. Pick a thriving Vinca with no signs of pests or disease. Take cuttings that are around 4 inches long. Use clean, sharp scissors or shears to snip just below a leaf node, the little bump where leaves join the stem. Remove all the lower leaves. Strip the leaves from the bottom 2 or 3 inches of the cutting. This is where the roots will form. I am leaving my propagating cuttings a little longer so they have more nodes under the water and under the soil. And once you have all your little cuttings together, stick the cuttings into moist potting soil or place it in water. I'm going to start doing the water propagation, but I'm going to be doing both. Once you finish all your cuttings and everything, keep them warm and humid. Place the cuttings in a bright indirect light. Cover with a plastic if necessary, if you have them in a cold area, so they can retain some moisture. An optional step is to dip the cuttings in the rooting hormone. It's not required, but just a quick little dip in the rooting hormone powder can help root development. Then wait a few weeks and watch for new growth because this will mean the roots are forming. Some people ask, is the Vinca cuttings will root in water? And the answer is yes. And it is fun to see the roots develop. But the water needs to be changed very often, and eventually, when moved to the soil, you will need to be extra careful with the delicate roots. I personally don't think that you can keep the Vinca growing forever in water because they like mostly very dry weather, very dry soil. They like being dry in between waterings. I have had this white Vinca for 3 years now. Is it better to root cuttings in water or soil? If you're wondering if it is better to root cuttings in water or soil, both ways are fine. In my opinion, the important part is the time when we do the propagation. Since spring makes things easier, it's easier to make it in spring. But fall can also be a good time if we keep the propagating cuttings indoors with very good light. Some people wonder if Vincas like Epsom salts, and not typically. They can grow in pretty much any type of soil as long as they have good drainage. I add regular vitamins in the spring when they are flowering, but for the most part, Vincas are just happy with a little water and a lot of sun. Many plants benefit from a little bit of hydrogen peroxide if they are in very humid environments prone to grow mold. But for the most part, Vincas do not need any peroxide, although if you want to, a little tablespoon mixed in a cup of water can help refresh the propagations both in soil and water. I place my cuttings in this water with vitamins, but simple water, it's okay too. And now comes the most difficult part, that is waiting. A few days later, I noticed these little beads, and turns out that they are seeds. One of the best characteristics of the Vinca plant is that it's drought tolerant. They love the sun and the heat, so they are great for Texas, Arizona, and any other area that needs color under duress. Some of them were growing roots in the water. Look at this. I collected some for the next year, and I will see how it goes. Later on, I kept cleaning the patio. These are the Mexican petunias looking really pretty. And this is the Tradescantia Widow's Tears with the cute blue flowers. The other planter was just as pretty, but it looks really terrible after the deer chewed it up. But it will come back. And I discovered another plant attacked by the ants. In case that you haven't seen it, the big clue is all the soil they push out of the pot. I will get rid of the ants like I did in the other video. I will link that one for you at the end. I went around checking the plants and decided to just get rid of everything that is not working. Some plants are gone because of ant infestation, or the heat, or the deer, or the heat of the past crazy summer. Some of it was the squirrels digging nuts in my poor plants. And some of it was because life events. And I neglected some plants that, if they had been more drought tolerant and more adapted perfectly to my planting zone, they probably would have been better. Lesson learned: I will not be getting any pretty plants that turn into drama queens. It's not worth it. With these pots, I will just refresh the soil after checking if it is healthy. And here you can see another squirrel came to dig around. Now, the plants indoors will be checked and discarded. Frankly, I don't have the patience anymore to battle to keep some of the plants alive. I love variegated plants, but some of them are just too difficult to keep happy. This one I tried for almost 2 years and it kept just throwing fits. Well, bye. No more Snow Queen for me either. Then you have these beautiful plants like the Tradescantia zebrina, alive and pretty with no water, no roots. I don't know about you, but that's my kind of plant. Check the description information below the video for some gardening goodies and also links for more planting videos.